Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to kill Vardorvis, even if you're a clown. So, first thing you're going to want is your full clown setup. It provides no bonuses, but if you're a clown, you can't go without it. If you have 99 cabbage, I recommend going with the cabbage cape. It's going to give you +1 to slash, and it's going to be massive. For your main hand weapon, I recommend the Ceradoman sword. It's about 160,000 gold right now. It's got good slash bonus, good melee strength, and if you've completed the quest, you're gonna have the Ring of Shadows, so go ahead and throw that on. If you haven't completed the quest, just don't use the Ring of Shadows. The fight's gonna be easier anyway, so you should be okay. For the inventory, we have a couple spec weapons here, so we're gonna go with the Dragon Dagger, as well as Diango's Claws. That way we can pretend we have enough money to afford claws. Divine Super Combat Potion. This fight's gonna take forever, so we go with Divine so we don't have to repot in the middle of it. About 3 Super Restores should do you right. Don't really need a Stamina Potion. I just bring that for the trip here. You can decide whether or not you want to bring one. And everything else, Manta Rays, you could probably get away with Sharks if you're good at dodging. And then some Teleport to House, just in case we need to leave very quickly. Now I want to go over some of the basics of Vardorvis. If you haven't seen any of his fight, it basically boils down to he's going to hit you a little bit through prayer. So you want to pray melee at all times, and he's going to do a little bit of chip damage. Throughout the fight, he's going to be throwing axes from the corners of the room. Those axes will do reduced damage if you're praying melee, so preferably be praying melee if you're going to get hit, and better than that, don't get hit at all. If they do hit you, you're going to take a little bit of damage over time. I don't know what the total amount is, but just eat some food and dodge the next axes. In addition to that, there's going to be a head spawn. It'll be a random spot around the room. The best thing to do is to listen for an audio cue. We'll hear that during the fight. And whenever that happens, Vardorvis is going to stop meleeing you. The head basically acts as his basic attack at that moment. Pray range for the projectile to hit you. It's a blue projectile. You would think it's magic, but it's actually ranged. And if it does hit you and you're not praying ranged, it will disable your prayer for basically one Vardorvis melee attack, which is going to hit you for a 40, and you're going to be really upset. Then, if you do get hit, just pray melee a few ticks later, and if you do successfully block it with ranged, swap back to melee before Vardorvis's next hit. Other than that, Vardorvis has a mechanic in which he starts with a lower max hit but higher defense, and then every time he loses HP, I think it's 10 HP, he loses 1 defense and gains some strength. So the fight goes on, he's going to get stronger in terms of offense, but weaker in defense. So we're going to spec him near the end when he's most likely to get hit. Other than that, we're going to go over how to dodge the axes efficiently. This is what's going to make the fight easy. I say easy, but better term is easier. First tile we're going to mark here, you can do any side. I prefer just to keep north facing north. So we will mark this tile here. This is going to be our home tile. And then we're going to mark 2 diagonal from this. And that's how we're going to be dodging the axes. When they come down the middle, we'll just move out of the middle. If they spawn on us, we'll move diagonally. And then if, let's say, the axes are lined up, they're all 3 coming down toward you, what you'll do is you'll wait till the axes get right here, and you'll just step over, and the ticks will line up where you don't get hit at all. Hopefully that happens in the example kill, and I will be able to show you that better. Otherwise, you can, if you need to, do a quick pop, and that will dodge an axe coming through here. And that's a nice little technique if you can't find a safe spot and you just need to dodge 1 axe. That's right here. So let's get into the kill. I'm going to pray melee and piety, and I'm going to dump some specs at the start just to get the restoration so we're not hitting on 100, and then we'll save the rest for the last phase. Sip our combat, get ready to fake claw spec him, and let's go. We're gonna go twice here. Okay, perfect. Now we're just gonna set on our home tile and we're gonna wait for mechanics. So we got one coming down the middle at us, so we're just gonna step to the side. And then we're gonna step back. He does have one more mechanic I didn't mention, which is he will spawn cracks on the ground where roots will try to pop up a few ticks later, and if they damage you, they'll hit like 25, and they'll heal him for a similar amount. Generally, you're not going to see that attack if you're standing on this square. He'll dash around, but the cracks will not spawn. So that was the dash, but he didn't spawn anything because we're on the edge of the arena. Just gonna heal up, take a little sip of Prayer Pot. There's not really a proper time to eat on this fight. You can pretty much always be attacking the boss, but you can decide when you like to eat. Now, if the roots do spawn, the trick to dodge those, okay, that was the head, is to move south one tile. If you're standing on this here, which you usually will be if they spawn. And I find more often than not, this spot just south of this tile, and same for this one, will be safe. If it isn't, you can generally move back to your home tile and manage to avoid them. So let's see, so that's the head. So we're gonna get hit here. We're gonna dodge the second one. And we're just gonna heal back up. No big deal. We are a clown, so we're allowed to get hit by mechanics. Just try not to get hit by too many, because the chip damage will kind of take a toll on your food. So eventually he's going to grab us, and we're going to get a little mini-game where we have to click on orbs, which is right now. It's that easy, just click the orbs. If you're too slow, you're going to take damage, so click them fast. You get plenty of time. If you know it's coming, he does a little bit of a wind-up. That's something you'll learn the more you kill him. You can either right-click and then attack him after they spawn to get an extra attack in, or you can use that as an opportunity to eat and pot up. It's up to you. So you can see there I did the little dance where I just went diagonal and then back to the home tile. I'll do that again. It's a good technique to know. You don't always have to do it, but there are situations in which that is the easiest way to dodge. And that extra hit is not necessary during the grapple phase. It's just some extra damage. You can do this fight without it. I'm gonna hit, and we're dead. So we got comboed there. Okay, so we are back, resupplied, and I'm going to actually kill him this time. We have the same gear, no shenanigans here, and we are going to not say a word because I'm going to focus and actually kill the boss. So, yeah. And there you have it. That is how you kill Vardorvis as a clown.